back, everyone. Guess what? I finally found it. So, what you gotta do is go up these stairs, and then you gotta run along the pipeline here. So, there. We got that worked out. Not the safest way of doing it. Realistically, that should have probably have blown me to bits. Yes, Charger. There you go, buddy. Should you discover any containers that appear out of place, and hand them over to me. My sappers will determine whether or not these objects are explosives and disarm them should they prove to be so. Got 4 crates here for you. There were 4 more of those blasted things. I'll have our engineers disassemble them at once. Fine work, as always, Lieutenant Windblade. The entire compound has now been secured from top to bottom, so I should hope that's the last we've seen of these explosives. Our troubles from Castrum Meridium, however, are far from over. Scouts have returned with news of movement on the front. And so the deed is done. Except we've been keeping a close eye on the Garland garrison, and it would seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They decided to take to the field and meet this assault head-on. Pray report to Lieutenant Alani and lend your much welcome strength to the counteroffensive. You know where she is? I passed her several times. Oh, she's moved. Nice axe. As I said, folks, ignore the dragon on my shoulder. Glad to have you with us, Infant. As I'm sure Lieutenant Elstein has explained, the Guardians have deployed a small force from Castrum Meridium. Their main column assembles to the north, near Dulamon's Talons, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. They wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Ilbert. Greetings, son. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. Such mighty heroes at its disposal, the Fourth should have little trouble containing with aught the Guardians might thrown at them. Blech. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The Third, it was getting restless, holed up in Ulda, so I marched them out here to fill in any holes in the plant's defenses and add their numbers to our counterattack. Reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. It would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much calcium. Let's take this fight to the Guardians. Wise course indeed. I started to think of the consequences should any of these strange tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Scions shall join the Fourth and give battle to this main column. You're with the 3rd, then Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant. His scouts should have a rough idea where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. Alright. Midgar Soma's just sitting there like, you mortals in your bloody wars. That was quick. Pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeeded when you're around. The victories are want to pave the road for greater coin. Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads. The better to conceal themselves within the terrain their whereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well as to cover more ground and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of enemy soldiers. Aye, this will be a simple search and destroy. We'll rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. Well, Midgar, hope you're up for a fight. We're about to throw ourselves into some here. Hi, buddy. Guess that's something else entirely. Okay. There's the next one. Just resting. Ooh, I forgot my Midgar Soma. There we go. Almost nearly forgot about mine. Okay. That ring extinct. I had that fight finished, but I ended up pulling that earth elemental. These guys hit hard. Alright. Yes, Jensen, buddy. There you go. You seem grim, Scion. I'll take that to mean that between us, more than a few Guardians won't be making it back to the Astrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I ever had to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and let Lieutenant I know that the west is now clear. Would appreciate it if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant. Is it really clear? Go get it, Jensen. Windblade, what news of the Guardians? Their raiding parties are no more than? Excellent. Engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. Let's see, Heaven's Eye, Marta. Sorry there, Char. Didn't mean to bop ya. Let's see. Savage Aim. Determination. Let's see. Yeah, I figured I would have to go to the rescue. You must be anxious for word on your fellows. Lieutenant has reported a sound victory with the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is. Guardian lady with the large axe. It would appear she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization. Northern Lithuania is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you would check in on her before you continue on your way. Absolutely. He's right over there. Hang on, oh. Yeah. Here we go. You spoiled little dog. Hear me? Ooh, my. Nice one-eyed little monster. Business here. Go away.
Hold on, I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me, an axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one. And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
He senses me. A useful talent.
Hanassian, are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan. Keeper of knowledge. Seeker of truth. Meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales.
Okay. Not that
And
it's
you
nice to
have
meet
long
you.
been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Well, you're quite welcome.
Oh, bugger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydelin has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee.
No, not quite.
Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
What did that bastard want with us?
He's being weighed.
Nabriales, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet. Unconscious. But this staff... You say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
What, Momo? No! You'll just curl up behind me, and that is uncomfortable, beast. An uninvited Ashen, who is being well overconfident. Heidelin's power has not waned or weakened. It just was taken from me by the Great Worm, who now watches over me. So, yeah, that is, no longer a threat. Ha! You underestimate me. I'd like to get a mount like that too. Not sure how you get it. I'll have to look that up. Well, that's for another time and another day. Right now I got pressing matters. You're here. Master Louis' staff is Captain the Solar, isn't it? Quickly now.
You two.
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
Moonbreeder!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed?
Oh, Lord.
The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings. How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals? Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff...
After them!
Yeah. Seriously. Need to go, go, go. Dude. Okay, so. Well then I'm gonna have to leave it. Well, let's first queue up. Wonders Palace. Sit under trials. Tracking tree. Ah, there it is. Good lord, I'm blind. Sure, none others are queued. Let's see, item level 90. So, party of 8. It's gonna be needed. Well, I'm gonna leave it there, and I will be back when I got a group. So, ciao for now.